Hi, my name is Michael Honorato. I currently work for ROK's remote sales platform. My previous work experience was a few years ago, or actually 10 years ago. I had ownership in a couple swim schools. They're Safety Swim. They are currently 12 locations on Long Island. Right before COVID, we sold the company, and I was kind of in an in-between position. I do have some investments as far as ownership in a car dealership, also have some ownership in a restaurant, which really didn't need my time, as more of an investment, so I was looking for something to do with my time. I have one son and a wife right now. As my son Mason was growing up, I was around for him a lot. So once he got into first grade and started school, he didn't need me around so much. So I was looking for something full-time, and that's how I found ROK. I started on with ROK about a year and a half ago. I didn't have any sales experience before, so it was kind of a tough start. Put a lot of time in, trained a little bit longer than usual, and finally got the hang of it. I really enjoy working here because I kind of have the ability to work from home. I live locally, so I get to come to the office when I can, and it's just a great fit so far for me. When I start my day with ROK, usually I come in 3 to 4 days a week to the office. Regardless if I'm working from home or from the office, I log on, check my emails. I'll go through my different stages, stage 1 through 9. I'll see what clients need documents or what missing documents are needed. And then we'll just go from there. I'll get some leads in the morning, and I'll work throughout the day calling old leads, new leads. I'll go into the dialer and some activity going pipeline that way. And that's pretty much what I do in a day. The one thing that really appealed to me with ROK was how they onboarded new employees. The training that they have set up really goes into detail, module by module, of what is needed and what is expected from you, from the company. Any scenario that they have or comes across, it's usually covered in the training. Training's a good tool to have to even go back to as you're still, progressing with the company. And they have phone calls on there that you can listen to. They have marketing material you can use if you needed. Anything really, they put together into this training. So I guess, to be honest, the most helpful skill that I learned from just being in the office is just not being afraid to call people. That was always my first hesitation, just getting into sales, into this job. But the more I come to the office, I see that the only way to advance in this job is to get through that and just make phone calls. So I don't know if that's necessarily a skill, but it's something that broken through that was holding me back to get me through to where I am now. Working with ROK, you are expected to be working, right? So sales is a numbers game. So the more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it. So now transitioning from working and then stop working and going back to, family life has kind of been difficult because you always feel like you're missing out, when you're not on. So that's actually been an issue I've had of finding the balance of where to just stop working and cut it off and just focus on family. So actually I'm still trying to find that balance. So it's something I'm still working on. Right now, I consider this a side hustle just because I'm just getting started, I think. There's a lot more time to go and a lot more ways to grow where this can become my main focus. As far as time, I put my most time into this business. I do have other businesses that are, bringing me income, which gives me the availability to put more time into this. And so, I eventually see this becoming a full-time job. The good thing about working for ROK Financial is you really can work from wherever you are. As long as you have access to internet, Wi-Fi, you would be able to have access to portal clients. And that's the good thing that I found about ROK, where you can really be anywhere and have access to your client list or your pipeline. The only thing I have to, add is availability to come into the office. I think that is definitely a plus coming in here, getting the on-hand experience from the rest of the inside team, seeing how they handle their business day to day, and me taking a little bits and parts of that and trying to incorporate it into my routine as well. I guess my only advice to any new hires or anyone onboarding with the outside team would just be to stick with the process. There is a process. It does take some time, but once you get through it and get through the steps, it's definitely a rewarding situation to be in. So the one thing I like about the portal is it is very user-friendly and very easy to navigate. So my goals working with ROK for the next 12 months is just to increase, sales each month and increase my income. I would rate the remote team platform right now as a 10, and that's not being biased at all. I'm really impressed with the way they have it structured, from Jackie, Josh, and now Ashley. They really have access to any help needed, any support you were looking for. You really have any three of them to reach out to at any time. So the only thing I would have to add about ROK is just the extra support that there is. From day one, from the management team to the sales team to the partnership team, they pretty much have any access that you need to some sort of support for whatever situation. They have it covered. And that's what makes life a little bit easier working with the company.